Hello, welcome back to Digging into the Bible. This week we're taking a look at Genesis chapter 10. Now, if you're following along and you've pulled out your Bible or you've got Bible Gateway open and you're taking a look at things, you might look at it and say, wow, he's going to read through all those names. I want to see this done. Okay, I'm going to disappoint you in the moment. I'm not going to go through all the names. Chapter 10 of Genesis is one of those chapters that you look at it, you kind of go, okay, nations descend from Noah. In other words, it's a little bit of genealogy time. And for the ancient Hebrew, this was an important thing. The family you were a part of was an important thing. Knowing where you come from is an important thing. But I also think God here is establishing how it is that we are to understand how through Noah, all these nations that we see, that the people of biblical times encountered and dealt with, where did they come from? What you'll notice as you look through these is there are mentions at times of different skill sets. So you have, let's see, what's a good one? Okay, so Cush fathered Nimrod. This is in verse 8. He was the first on earth to be a mighty man. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. So you get a sense of what does he do? What is he about? And as you dig through and as you look through these varying names, perhaps we could get lost in the weeds of who were these people? Why is it important that we know them? Well, this is how God repopulates the earth. This is who he establishes to be there. And he starts laying out, and let's take a look, just actually in verse 32. These are the clans of the sons of Noah, according to their genealogies, in their nations, and from these the nations spread abroad on the earth after the flood. This is a quick summary. This is a quick way in just a few verses for God to express how through Noah, he started to rebuild. He started to reestablish the societies, the nations, the groups of people that God wanted to be on the face of the earth. Now, again, are these going to be any better? You know, we're still going to be sinners. We're still going to have problems. Noah still had problems. But what you have is this kind of transitionary chapter that moves us from the time of Noah through his descendants and the establishment of a good number of large nations and so forth. When we come back next week, we're going to take a look at chapter 11 and get into a little more of a well-known story with the Tower of Babel. We're going to walk through that in particular. So here it was, a little bit of a quickie, not walking through it in detail, but chapter 10 of Genesis, as we take a look at the varying peoples, the nations that came from Noah, who God brought through the flood. God bless, and I'll see you next week.